Welcome back to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in today. We're on video 2 of our series of videos of the M416 Overlanding / Bugout trailer build. So the last 2 days I have dedicated to prep and getting everything ready for sandblasting and painting. So what I've done, I want to go over that briefly with you, kind of show you if you're doing one of these trailers, kind of what I would suggest maybe you do to get everything ready. So I removed the entire wiring harness, all the lights, all the reflectors that were on front and rear. All that's been removed, so that's no longer there, so I can start back fresh and I'm gonna order all new reflectors, lights. I've already got the lights in, all that. So the other thing, if you remember on video 1, there were some things that had already been done to this trailer that they had this as a welding trailer, so there was some stuff welded in that I needed to remove. So I took a reciprocating saw and a grinder and worked on that over the last couple days. I had to remove this piece here that was an angled piece that was used to mount an anvil or a vise on, and I was able to cut that out. I made one mistake with the reciprocating saw. Those things sometimes get away from me and go to a weird angle, and I dipped down too far into the frame here. Should be able to repair that pretty easy. I'll either weld something and or just body filler and smooth it out to get the profile. It's not like it's gonna have any stress along this edge here, so just filling it in to get the profile nice and even like the rest of the trailer, so when I paint it you won't even notice there. Up front, you'll notice where it had the acetylene torch mounts in the bed that was welded in. I got those removed, so all that's been done. And then up front, you remember that big tall rack I had? Well, now I've got the rack. It's just laying here on the tongue loose. But I had to cut this off on both sides, and then I had to get it flush, and I had to make sure it was really nice and flush. And the reason is, so when I put a top on this, it has to sit flush. If it was up a little bit, it would cause the top to be up. So all that had to be taken into consideration. I took a level, make sure that I was getting everything nice and flush and flat. So and then I've started removing some bolts, and I'm going to get some help with those from a neighbor, and then I'll remove the tub from the body and all that. Up front, I've kind of started scuffing and sanding all of the tongue area. What I'm going to do, I don't think I'm going to sandblast the entire trailer. I think I'm going to sandblast the frame and underneath the body, and there's a reason for that. I'm not going to give it away just yet, but I think I found a nice paint system that I don't have to start over with fresh to make it look good. I don't have to have a real slick finish, so I don't have to sandblast it all out and stuff like that. And the rust in this thing is very minimal. I've started coming around and buffing out areas that was a little rusty in some areas. Some of this is not really rust, it's actually rust color, but it's not rust. It almost scuffs off, and there's paint underneath all this. So if I had to guess, this is from where they grinded metal, and this is dust that had settled into the paint and then oxidized and rusted that way. But so that was the next step over the last couple days. Just kind of been prepping it, getting everything done, and ready for sandblast and then painting. I'm going to sandblast the frame and underneath the trailer, because it's just easier to do it that way instead of trying to there's too many nooks and crannies to try sitting there and sand all that. So I am going to do that to be able to start fresh with the frame and the underneath portion of the tub itself. But anyway, guys, just kind of want to share video 2 and in our series, just kind of show you what I got going on. And if you're doing one of these projects, kind of what you can expect. If you are taking an old military trailer, I suggest doing it in stages, a little bit at a time. Start over the last couple days, I spent an hour out here, and then I'd go inside and do something else, try to leave, do something with the family, come back, and just kind of piddle with it. I wasn't really just trying to get it done. I am on a time crunch, trying to make sure that I'm making it to Overland East, but I got a lot done, and it's pretty much complete other than removing the tub now, what I wanted to get done. And once it's sandblasted and all that, I'll go ahead and start prepping the areas like this damaged area over here. I'll go ahead and put some body filler in that, or weld it back, you know, fill it in, smooth it out then I'll show you the paint process and what we decided we're going to do with that, and then I'll go into the wheels and tires and accessories and stuff like that. So once you get going on it and get everything removed, it's pretty easy to go back, and then I'm going to buy all new bolts so I don't have to fight the rust and all that. I probably will do stainless on a lot of these bolts, so I don't even have to worry about them down the road. They'll be there forever. And so anyway, guys, just wanted to kind of share you a video too, where we're at in the process, and hadn't quite decided. I may wind up using this front rack here. So if I do, I'm going to cut this off, these leg portions down here, that doesn't matter, and I may weld it just like that, get it even, and I'll weld it up against there like that. And it's almost, I don't mind it this low. The big one, it was real tall, I didn't want that. But this right here in the front, it's kind of like a molly bag, you know, or molly system where you can hang stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm going to put a tongue box that's probably going to be this tall. So I don't know. I hadn't decided quite yet if I'm going to utilize that or not. I do have it available. You know, it's already there. Something I could consider using. If you guys want to share your thoughts on it, if it would come in handy or whatever, I just don't know yet. Like I said, with the tongue box, that's my concern. It's going to eat up a lot of that space down here anyway. But I don't know, just hadn't decided. But it's one thing I will consider as we go along. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. If you got any questions, post those below. If you got any suggestions, or if you've got a project that you've worked on, or suggestions, you can, you know, a lot of times an outside thought kind of comes in handy. I may not use it, but somebody else watching these videos would use that same idea and say, hey, that's a good idea, and they want to do it. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. If you got any questions, post those below. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up over there, subscribe button over there. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. That'll give you notification when we produce another video and release it. And as always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.